Under Night In-Birth.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the third research video of Draft 102 of my game design Savage Strikers deck building fighting game. Today's date is January 31st, 2021, 12:43 a.m. Today I'm going to do one last research for Brock Crusher. I'll be looking into Waldstein of Under Night In-Birth Exe.Late clear. So returning to a very fun fighting game here. I'm not gonna do much this go around. It may be, I don't know how short the video is gonna be, but it's not gonna be very long. I'm hoping, because I only just want to take a look at how Waldstein works as a heavyweight. You can see his enormous size. He's not even in the screen. But I figure I'll give him a try and see, especially since he's got a long reach, how I can apply it to Brock here. Let me just zoom in a bit for Brock. So, just so y'all know, Brock is a just a quick reminder. I know it's freezing up. I apologize for that. Make sure that went too far up. No, that's right. That's right. Sorry, bear with me. It's been acting up a little. Here we go. Nope, one more. Here they are. Here they are. Sorry about that again. Here's Brock. So as you can see, Brock over here on the right, the striker cards right there. He is the heavyweight, and these are his stats right here. So he is the strongest of all the fighters in Savage Strikers. He's got the highest vitality at 55, but he also has the smallest hand at 5. But he does tons and tons of damage outright. And so far, I have come to the decision that he's just going to just have straightforward effects. He's not going to have any specialized technical effects, you know, like manipulating the graveyard, you know, see, like for example, you know, could deal 3 damage or add 1 extra energy if you want, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, it's just straightforward and simple. You might not even have any effects. He'll just deal damage or just draw cards. But I want to see if there's anything unique about Waldstein that maybe I could throw in there, like some kind of effect or something distinct. So as you can see right there, that's coming up. Stampede here. As you can see, Stampede here. It's just he could draw a card and discard a card, and he could deal 5 damage for extra charge energy. So he's going to be pretty straightforward and simple. But I could throw well, I don't know about drawbacks. I'll see what happens there. But yeah, I'm looking at keeping him simple. He'll most likely be like simple to play but hard to master kind of thing, if I could pull that off with the design. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. Cut my head off. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Happens there. But that's all I'm just going to look into with Waldstein. Overall, is just to see, just to get an idea of what he does and see if some of his effects. See if he has anything that maybe could help inspire or give me an idea of what I could be able to throw in on Brock. So after this, then I'll be updating Brock, and then I'll move on to Chenbo. If everything works out right, then I should have all 3 characters printed out on the prototype scale, and then start doing play tests, and have the 3 fight and get the core set ready for pitching. All right, so I could start with Linne. She's very small. She's the smallest of the group, I believe. Oh, she's small too, Batista. Kind of wondering. I'll go with Linne. I want to look at tall versus small. That's a lot of text. Now, when I researched Iron Tiger, yeah, you see, now Iron Tiger, his reach was a lot shorter. Like, it was much shorter than this. Because look at that range. Look at that. Does this have a hitbox? Let me take a quick look and see if it's got a hitbox. Display damage information? Yes, please. Input lag. 1 frame. Nah, I don't want to mess with the input lag. I think that's it. Yeah, see, it's not like Skullgirls. That's what I liked about Skullgirls. Skullgirls shows you the hitboxes, and you really can see the range. But let me get a look at his command list here. He's got mostly Shoto commands. Okay. Interesting. That's very interesting. He's got a Sonic Boom commands here. He's got a Tatsu and Shoryuken. And 1 circle, 1 360. Wow, that's very simple. I'll take into consideration about a roster run. Well, I intend to roster run. Well, not in the immediate future. You know what I mean? Like. Oof. Interesting. That's some range. I wonder how many. Well, he's got a long startup. That's an interesting combination there. Interesting. Let me see what his how far before he could live. Let's see, inch here. So give me that. There we go. Interesting. But if I remember correctly, I had no problem when I was doing Linne roster run, like really getting in, hitting him from far away because his hitbox is all the way out here on a whiff. If I remember correctly. I just like that he does this. It's like he flexing, flex, flex. So you gotta get real on top if you wanna do that. That's interesting. So in other words, you can't use light as a startup combo unless you can really get in there. Let's see here. Dang. So Can I pull off? Oh. Wait, seriously? I just... What's with my buttons here? Hold on a second. What's going on with my buttons here? Yeah. Yeah, my buttons are right. What is that? A simple command? Because I pressed I pressed weak 5 times, and it did all of that. Do I have that? Is that on? Let's see here. Standing, attacking, counter hitting. Let me play that. Looks like he's got a target combo. Is that a simple combo or a target combo? Let me see. So I hit. You see, I'm hitting A and I'm getting all of. Did I put him on simple mode? I apologize. I don't want simple mode here. I must have set him. I must have put on yeah. I must have put on auto or something, because there's no reason. No. Ah. Okay. An auto target combo just by hitting the weak button over and over again? That's not fun. Well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. But then I just tap A, and he does all of this. That's the weak button. Okay. That may explain why I got torched during the roster run, because that simple command. But let's see, I'm hitting this. Wow, okay. So I inched a little bit more. I'm still I wonder how many arrows that would be. This is a medium. This is medium. Whereas here is interesting. Heavy inches. Ah, I see, because I held on, but if I tap it, he stays in place, but if I hold it, he inches just a little bit. That's actually interesting. Now that's actually interesting. I'm wondering if yeah, you see, when I tap it, he just stands still. Then he gets that little inch. I'm wondering if I could do that with Brock. Give Brock the ability to give him a unique, maybe, where he could reduce his arrow by 1, but it'll probably cost you a move. It'll cost you something, because this is a startup. This is a long startup just to get that inch. You see, this is a moderate. That's a pretty moderate. Yeah, see, it's the same speed as medium, but if you want that little inch, you got a longer startup, and that exposes you. I'm wondering if that's something I could pull off with Brock. Maybe on one of his unique attacks. Just, you know, saying if you want to reduce it, you'd have to you'll have to take a risk. I might be able to see what I could do with that. That's actually pretty interesting. Let me check his command list again here. Let me try that charge. There we go. So he's got a, so he glides. Alright, so his attack glides. Interesting. That's interesting. What else can he do? Alright, let's see. Let's try Tatsu. That's his Tatsu. So it's similar to that's similar to Hugo's little clap there. That. So sorry, I didn't even. So yeah, you see here where I have as rib grinder in Street Fighter 3. It's really a clap attack, which is similar to this. Okay, let me just grab her. Okay, so alright, maybe that's something for Brock. Let's see what happens there. Alright, his Shoto. Let's see. Let's try his Hadouken. That's his. Ah, that has a knockback. Alright, now I just did his 360. Woo. Literally a 360. Alright. Got her. Dang. So, yeah, him and Iron Tiger, they're not grapplers like Zangief, from what I can tell, and I like that idea. I want Brock to be a brawler, but they at least have one command throw in their repertoire, at least from what I could see, and that's not a big deal with Brock. I can throw in, I could definitely go for do one command throw, one throw special for him, and then the rest will be physicals. Will be command attacks, more Shoto style. Well, it's not gonna. Well, it's a card game, but it's gonna emulate his moves here. I'm kind of curious now. Maybe with Brock I can have him chain if I wanted to. Maybe what I could do is like a reverse unstoppable, perhaps. See, like you see Skullbuster, the way that I had that set up. Maybe if done right, because you still have to draw them out, you could probably do them consecutively, one after the other, but it'll probably auto end the combo. So let me see. Ice and Nagel. All right, let me see how that works. So there we go. Okay, so when I pull back, he does that. There we go. All right, let's try this again. So I go like that. Oh, and it's a pulling too. Maybe I could see if I could pull something like that off. Like if oh, sorry. Here. Alright. So just to show you, at the top, Eisenagel, it's a Hadouken, but if you pull back, then you get an additional attack. So this is what it looks like. Like that. Whoop. So he has a so like Iron Taker, he can bounce you off the wall like so, and he could pull you in whoop, wrong button, like that. So that's something I should consider. Maybe I can have Brock manipulate arrows on his opponent. Doesn't have to necessarily be his own arrows. What it could be, what I could do is whenever, say for example, Skullbuster, if it connects, I could probably say the next card that if your opponent plays a card against Skullbuster, if your next card you play is a Skullbuster and your opponent, then your opponent gets one arrow, has to add one arrow to their card. So make it very hard to. So if you don't time it right, mess up their timing basically. So they can't. So that way they can't pull off certain moves. Get certain advantages. But that would require Skullbuster to be a low arrow. That may or may not. I'll have to look at the guard cards in that regard. Let's see. So like Skullbuster, got Smite Snapper, which I'll have to change to a throw, and Rip Grinder will probably be something else here. All right, let me check out another character and see what his reach looks like. Main character selection. All right, let's take a quick look at another character here. Waldstein. Let me find. Did I go with Hyde? I mean, it doesn't really matter. Enkidu. No. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll go with him. Akatsuki. So let me see what his he's pretty medium size. So get a good get a good look at what some of his attacks will look like. Alright, let's see here. Okay, and one of the things that I've noticed too is that recovery, his recovery after doing that, yeah. Okay, so since this is a special move combination, you'll see that he can't recover. He's completely stuck in that frame, just like that. It's very interesting that he could get drawn in. Whoop. Let me get him on the other side here. There we go. Interesting that I can't. Let me try something else. There we go. Nope. I probably will have to... Got it. Okay. So it's a setup. But it's a setup for that. See, I'm pressing, as you can see, I'm pressing the A button. You see? I'm pressing the A button, but he's frozen. But I was able to do this with the D button. Okay. So that's actually interesting. That means that I could probably, I would probably have to, if I wanted to, let's see here. Excuse me. That would mean that if I wanted to, I could always have them do specials that'll follow up that special. That's interesting. That's interesting. Let me see my, yeah, let me check my command list here. What am I pulling off? Not much, really. Now let me get him out of that corner. Here we go. Let's see here. Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. So, just like I have Brock design, you can only get so many combos off. He's not pulling off a 100 hit combo here. He's got a lot of knockback, so that's definitely something that I should put in Brock is knockbacks. Let me check out a heavyweight. I mean, I could go with Enkidu. Merkava is big. I mean, I know I could do Waldstein, but I don't want a mirror match. I want to see a different type. So I'll go with Merkava. Check it out one more time. So yeah, okay. I think I got the phrasing that I want. So if I wanted to do Rib Grinder, if I want to do something like Rib Grinder in this style where it gets pulled back, then what I could do is the phrasing would probably be if you're let's see, how would I phrase this? I'll probably say if your opponent, if your opponent plays a card, ooh, I would have to. Wow, wonder how I would be able to pull that off. The timing. Yeah, I have to figure out the timing. Almost, if the next card you play, probably say something like, if the next card you play is a Rip Grinder, your opponent, the defense player adds one arrow to their combo meter. So if they play defense, so when they play a defense in response to Rip Grinder, or it'll just say if the next card, if the next attack card you play, the next attack card or throw card, the next card you play in this combo is an attack or throw card. The defense player adds one arrow to their combo meter. So yeah, okay, that's a good phrase to make work, and that should be able to simulate this. So you may have a chance at recovery. So when this hits, you may have a chance at recovery before I pull you in. Before I pull you in like that. And then maybe what I could do, just for the heck of it, make the this is the strongest special. Maybe for like 5 charge, you get to deal 7 damage plus a knockback, something like that. But it'll probably be 5. It'll probably require 5 because knockback resets your combo, allows you to reset your combo. So it'll probably hinge on it'll hinge on how well you could be able to pull off your combo. Well, let's see what happens when I start updating this. But let me move back here. Let me see. Interesting. Look at that. Now, when I was able to hit Linne with this. His hitbox is very different. That's interesting. His hitbox is very different. Let me crouch. I wouldn't be able to reach, of course. Interesting. Let me move just a little bit. Now I hit him. But you see, right? You see it for yourselves. I'm swinging and swinging. So that's interesting. But then, so his, wow. He must have a thin hitbox there. Okay. Here we go. So, all right. That's the situation. That's very interesting. Alright, so, yeah, okay. Okay, you know what, go to the main menu, and let me just take one quick look in versus mode. I just want to take a quick look at versus mode, see, just to get an idea here. I play him in full. I'll just go with Linne, she's very fast. Let me see how well I could react to this. And then I'll just, and then I'll call it. So let's see here. Immortalize. Recording void effect. Look at that. Nope, not enough. Interesting. Alright. I don't think I have this on. Do I have this on the hardest mode? Oh, it doesn't matter. That's actually interesting when moving around. Oof. Uh-oh. Woo! Now that's what I'm talking about with lightweights. You saw how much combo she pulled off? See, and I only managed to pull off 3, but look how much damage I done in return. Woof. So that's what I'm expecting lightweights to do, and Chenbo's a lightweight, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pull off a crazy combo like that. There we go. Finish. There we go. So this is actually the perfect example where you just saw of what I want to accomplish with Chenbo and Brock. What Linne did, that long chain combo, because Chenbo has 7 cards. Well, it's not there, but he has a hand of 7, whereas Brock has a hand of 5. And if you notice, I only pulled off a 3-hit combo. I pulled off a 3-hit combo with I pulled off a 3-hit combo with Waldstein on Linne, but then Linne did a 16-hit combo. So that would probably be like the whole hand, that plus a couple of hand-drawn cards, and for the same amount of damage that I dealt on 3 hits with that. But that was actually beautiful. That's perfectly exemplified what I want in Chenbo and Brock in the game in Savage Strikers. So I'm hoping that what you just saw between the two, you know, you see the context of what happened between the two. And that was a pretty brief fight, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna call it here. That was great that actually happened. So next up is updating Brock Crusher. I'm gonna try and see what I can do. I'll probably make it a keyword, adding the combo arrow to the player, and also subtracting a combo arrow. So they'll probably be keywords. So they'll be not really probably keywords. I'll probably make them keywords, just so that way you know, condense the space on the text box, and you don't have to worry about reading too much. Yeah, I'll figure it all out. But that's what basically gonna want for Brock, as you can see. He'll do straightforward damage, but he'll also have like the draw icon and keywords, and just keywords. No long, overly complex technical card effects. You know, like if X number of cards is in your discard pile, then do this. There's not gonna be any of that that overly, you know, keywords are gonna have if-then statements, but it's gonna be keywords. It's not gonna be you know, high complicated and technical game cards. Brock is just going to be a straight up brawler with only one special throw, command throw. That'll be devastating. Oh yeah. Sorry, his Spine Snapper is his ultra move, his Savage Strike. But anyway, bottom line is that now I know you know, what I want to do with Brock, and I'm gonna proceed with the updating Brock, which you'll all see next time, and then I'll proceed on to my next fighter, which will be Chenbo, who's a lightweight, and I'll be doing research into lightweight fighters. Okay, so thank you all for joining me. If you're you are cordially invited to join my channel. Please select the subscribe button below and RSVP in the comments section. Until next time, good night and a buenas noches.